Hi, everyone. As you can see by the title, I'm actually pretty excited. So, I'm Reiki 2 certified now. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that I want to do. I do want to get more comfortable with Reiki and kind of practicing and things like that before I start making this available to other people. It is something that's kind of on my own personal roadmap for this channel and just in general for spirituality and my kind of growth within it. So I know just for my own kind of spiritual purpose, I am meant to be a healer. And so healer, but not necessarily on a small scale, being able to do it in groups. So there's something about that where I'm not meant to heal the globe. I know that. I know that, but being able to help people in kind of groups where you're going through similar things. And I feel like that's what I'm doing here on the channel. And it feels like that's what my channel has been evolving into over the years. It started as kind of simple tarot, and then I was learning astrology, and saw so much overlap between the two, and just how all of that plays together. And it feels like Reiki is the kind of next natural step in this entire process for me, because there is a lot of healing that shows up. And I see it in the comments, I hear it from you, it just in emails and personal readings and all of it. And so I love the way that that's all kind of coming through. And so Reiki 2, well, Reiki in general just feels like the natural progression. And now that I have Reiki 2, I'm so excited to be able to do this and offer it. In fact, you're probably going to notice it in my tarot readings because I can already feel it coming through and I can see it in my descriptions and just the energy that I'm picking up on. It feels like things are more clear to me now. The message is, while they've always come in, the more I lean into this, the more clear the messages become, the more frequent the messages become, the amount, the volume also has been increasing. So if you ever see me tripping over my own words, sometimes it's because I'm getting a lot all at once. Or if you find I'm talking really fast, it's because I'm getting so many messages. I'm trying to get them all out before I forget them, over before they completely just go in one ear and out the other. So that's usually where it's coming from. Naturally, I'm a fast talker, but it's been speeding up. So I apologize for that. I know that there's a setting here where you can slow it down and actually listen to me at a normal pace. So please don't offend, it won't offend me at all. Just do that if that is happening for you. But during this entire Reiki process, so I do want to talk about the kind of meditations and just the experiences that I've had. I have cleared through so many blocks just in Reiki. I had my first Reiki session in January of 2025. We're still in 2025. If you had asked me in January if I thought I was going to go down the path of getting Reiki certified, no, I actually, it wasn't a thought to me at the time. It was more focused on my own healing and my own growth. And it feels like every time I went through that kind of Reiki session, I experienced something here on the channel where it was opening me up more and it was allowing me to kind of help you, all of you more. And so I feel like now with the Reiki 1 and the Reiki 2 certification that I'm going to be able to do that more, which is absolutely something here that I want to do. I want to be able to help as many people as possible. And so if this is something that you feel called to do, absolutely go ahead, do it. I feel more grounded in who I am, just more stable in general, easier to deal with things. Like if I find myself getting into these kind of extreme emotions or dealing with things in my personal life, and I'm like, okay, that normally would have created some sort of headache for me or would have put me in a negative mindset, and that's not really where I want to be. So I've learned to kind of disengage with all of that through just my own spiritual practice and now incorporating Reiki. So I don't really talk about all of the things that I do, but every single day I do a tarot reading for myself. And now what I'm doing is I'm starting with Reiki. So I'm doing like a full body scan on myself, working through that. And then I step into the tarot for myself. And then I leave it all behind. That actually all takes place in a separate room. I don't want that interfering with any of the readings that I do for you. And so that as I'm stepping into this space, it's really focused on you and not bringing any of that energy in. I come into this with no expectations. Whatever comes out, comes out. So I'm open to all the messages here. And what I have in front of me are just the kind of notes that I had taken based on my Reiki 2 meditations, because those were eye opening. They were really eye opening. And I found, even though I didn't think certain pieces of me were closed off, in the meditation before the attunement, I actually had an experience where I had a lot of phlegm in my throat, which was weird because I didn't have phlegm 30 seconds before I sat down to do the meditation. But all of a sudden, I'm sitting here in the meditation and I could feel it. So I knew right away that there was something that was blocking my throat chakras. There was blocking my communication with all of you, or just even in general. And so this was something that during the meditation, I had to kind of force myself to relax. Don't focus on it. It's a block that needs to be cleared. Let it go. Just kind of listen to the words being said, connected to the meditation. And so after that was cleared, because I could feel it being cleared, and then I knew it was cleared because all of a sudden it just felt easier to breathe. I noticed something really significant too. So there was a single eye that appeared to me. And so that single eye was just exactly that. It was one human eye. I could see the whites of the eyes, and then where the color was, it was black. And that black changed to blue. And so that was kind of the confirmation that something here cleared up in my communication that's allowing me to see things more clearly. There was something about the shift in the eye color. So, because of course, I went and looked it all up because I wanted to understand black to blue and why did it change like that? And what was I seeing here? And what could that represent? And so the black is really connected to the unseen. And so there could be, or would have been, something that I wasn't able to see, but that also was kind of confirmation around the block that I felt in my throat chakra at the beginning of the meditation. And then when it switched into blue, it felt like something was opening up. And so that would be that more clear communication. Now I say that, but I'm still going to be stumbling over my words just like I normally do, because I do get a lot of messages all at once. And sometimes I'm trying to find the best way to communicate what is being said, because I'll get it in symbols, I'll get it in a visual, and some of it comes in pieces. And then sometimes I'm getting bombarded with messages all at once. And it feels like, how quickly can I get them out? How thorough can I get this all out before it's completely gone? Because I'm not holding on to these. These are not messages necessarily for me. They're for all of you. So with that, I'm still going to be just who I am. I'm calling this out because I have noticed just in the last couple of days that things are more clear, that I'm seeing, understanding, really putting pieces together easier than I did before. And so with that, it's going to show up in the tarot readings. I feel like it's already showing up here. When you see because I just recorded for Tuesday and Wednesday, when you see the daily tarot, it's going to be reflected there as well. But I thought the other piece that was really interesting was early in the day when we started everything with the meditation, right away, I noticed a white cord. So a white cord went completely through my person and it was glowing. And so it started off white, but glowed pretty quickly. And so as soon as I identified it, I thought, okay, let's do this. And then I actually had one of my spirit guides show up with me. So that was an interesting piece too. That was it. Like, she just showed up. Okay, we're just gonna sit next to me. Okay. Like, I mean, it was fine. I was great. I just didn't get any kind of new messages, but I guess that would have been the messages that I received later in the day around the phlegm, the throat block, the eye changing color. It was all just incredibly fascinating. And I just can feel myself embracing all of this more. And yeah, if you feel called to do Reiki, or if you feel like the healing journey is definitely part of you and something that you want to explore, I definitely encourage exploration and even just having a Reiki session yourself. I definitely have noticed differences with me. I mean, there was times where I walked in and Ange was like, okay, so today's going to be about career. I'm like, it sure is. Let's go. Let's go remove some blocks for me. So I love the way that all of this is really unfolding. And I'm grateful for all of you kind of being with me along the way. And I'm hoping that all of this will help you in your path, in your journey, even if it's just a tarot reading, or even if it's just something that I'm publishing out here in the public, something that resonates and kind of helps you. Ultimately, that's the goal. So thank you for all of your support on the channel. It has grown immensely over the last year. I think October of last year, I was only at 10,000 here on YouTube. And so I'm quickly approaching that 50,000 number. So I appreciate all of you all the time, all of your kind of comments, your shares, your hypes, everything that you do here. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, stay tuned. More great things on the horizon for us. So I'll see you soon. Take care.